Welcome back again. You're still watching us here on Nile Cruise, where we are located currently at the Geyer Anderson Museum. Now, in this segment, we are going to talk about the youth. And now, there's a strong belief that youth, and particularly the young adults, represent the group that offers the greatest hope for the change in Egypt as they go beyond their societal, cultural, governmental, as well as institutional barriers to live in the wisdom of their community. Now, furthermore, there's also a belief that the youth and young adults desire positive social change. And in fact, it does make a lot of sense because their future depends on that. Now, a youth desire to make this change will start with small initiatives that are confident and steady in order to make Egypt a better place to live in. We have with us a group of promising, one of the person from a group of promising youth who have launched a positive initiative. We'll get to know more about what this initiative is about and how is that going to help change Egypt. We have Mahmoud Metwally, who's a youth leadership cadre. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmoud, very much. Talk to us about yourself, first of all, before we talk about the initiative.
Okay, my name is Mahmoud Saleh Metwally. I study Faculty of Dentistry in Future University in Egypt. I am 21 years old. I am a member in Youth Leader Cadres and member in my faculty student union.
So in 2 or so years, you'll be a dentist then?
Yes,
Okay.
it will be after 1 year.
Okay, perfect.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, sure. So Mahmoud, talk to us about your initiative, and we understand that it is in cooperation with the government and you're using technology to raise the awareness of the public on how to face the global outbreak of
Pandemic,
the corona.
yes, the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Yes.
Okay, first, our entity is non-profit. It helps people to encourage them to support the government and the society for doing its best in everything, and they help everyone to be a leader in one day. It's okay. And we use the internet now to making awareness about people about COVID-19 and how to deal with this problem. It's not seriously a big problem. We can deal it with a good reason, with a good opportunity that we have information, more information in the internet.
So, has this initiative started with the awareness program of COVID-19, or it started before that?
What?
This initiative is just for the COVID-19. Is this the first initiative that you start with as the group, or have you been
No,
working on previous examples and previous
We
initiatives?
we working in the environment. We with the cooperation of Plant a Tree. We organized the event with them, and we organized an event in Port Said, a big marathon there, under the control of the Captain Ala Al-Marghani. So we are working before the COVID-19.
Yeah, he was he a football player or?
Previous handball player.
Handball player, right. So, Mahmoud, you are aiming at raising awareness among the public, foreigners in Egypt as well, not just Egyptians. You're talking through the social media outlets to foreigners and Egyptians, right? So what are the types of messages that you are delivering, and what are the type of negative attitudes, say, that you are trying to fight against?
First, we will begin. We should fight against the COVID-19 by our informations. It will protect us. It's okay. And the second negative, we are communication, social media. Sometimes put negative about the COVID-19 and
Rumors, you mean?
Yes, and so they make people
Afraid.
afraid.
Panic. Now, how successful and popular has this initiative been ongoing? How do you rate the success of it? Is it by the followers or the shares or the likes? How do you work on that? What mechanism do you use?
We can say by the shares. Everyone can share any information without knowing it's true or not. So it's a
How do you
big
know it's true
problem.
or not? Who's your credible source that you get to? Because, you know, as the public, they want, now we're at the stage where there's been a lot of rumors ongoing. So how do me as a person from the public, if I want to learn from this initiative or be part of it or share, how would I ensure that it's a credible source of information? What are your your credible sources? Do you get back to the Ministry of Health?
Yeah.
I go to WHO, World Health
WHO.
Organization, to get any
Okay.
information about COVID-19, and there is many statistics about the countries that spread of the virus, and how many people affected, and how many people are negative and positive now.
Right. And there's also, of course, naturally cooperation with the Ministry of Health, I guess. The Ministry of Health here in,
Yes.
in Egypt. That must be updating you on the situation. So, is there a chit chat in your group? I mean, do you talk and receive messages?
one way or a
and
two-way
reply?
communication?
Yeah, exactly.
Really, I receive message from my friends from other countries. They are afraid about Egypt and how the virus is spread in it, but I confirm that no virus spread. It's very many little people that affected by the virus. So it's not a problem.
How many people are working with you in this initiative, and how are you working in the spirit that you have as a teamwork, and how do you manage dividing the job tasks between each other?
Okay, we are more than 200 people in the cadres. We are working in a spirit of one team. There is no a leader. Everyone can be a leader. If you have any information or any event, you can do it. And this cadre prove it to us.
Yes,
And
yes.
you divide your job tasks on daily basis. How do you do your plans and your agenda? Is it on daily basis, weekly meetings? I mean, why am I saying that? Because the COVID-19 is a special case and it's an emergency thing where there's always update throughout the hour. So maybe you can also, through that, explain to us why this initiative is different than any other initiative.
We can say this virus has many problems. It spread very fast. So we can take care about us from this spreading. First by hand gel, by sanitizers, or by wearing masks in very crowded places. So we have in cadres a program now how to prevent this spreading of the virus, and we all working on it.
Indeed, because that is step 1 and step 10. Precaution, precaution, precaution. Yeah, I mean, that's the key thing. So, Mahmoud, tell me, some people underestimate the importance of small initiatives. I mean, you must be hearing that. I mean, oh, okay, you have an initiative. Okay, there are thousands of initiatives. But how do you feel when you hear that? And how do you plan and how determined are you to make your small initiative be big and have a big influence? Because once it has a big influence, it is no longer small. It is big.
Okay, firstly, Dr. Huda Saad is the organizing of everything about cadres. So she have many plans. Have many plans to do in this program.
I mean, you're talking about the COVID-19 program or generally?
Generally.
Generally. So tell us about some other initiatives that you were part in, and some initiatives that must have crossed your mind, but you still haven't applied, but that must have you must have thought of.
About what?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any initiatives in your head that you wanted to do, but maybe didn't have the time or didn't have the capability, but it's something you dream about doing, an initiative regarding a certain topic, a certain thing that could make a difference?
Really, I want to make everyone think with positive way, not the negative. I don't have the time to do it because of my education is very hard and taking all of my time. But I will do my best in the future to make it true.
I'm glad you mentioned the future, and maybe I would want to ask you logically, where do you see this initiative, and where do you see yourself working within this initiative in the upcoming years?
Really, I don't know. Up to now.
Some kind of institution or group of people or something like that? Or does it only work under the umbrella of the university and then it just ends there once you graduate? How does it work?
Maybe it will be a very big program in the future because we are really get started from 6 months or more. In the future, it will be a very big event, a very big program. Everyone can do it. We are working to have a very followers and people help us in our programs in the future, and we are working on it by the marathon in Port Said, by the encourage tourists and sport in the skydiving in the pyramids.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, we commend you. We commend your efforts, Mahmoud, and your peers, your colleagues, and this. I mean,
good
we're
luck
all
with
in,
that.
yeah,
Yes,
we're
the
all in
same
this
ship.
together. Yeah, we're all
yes,
in
good
this
luck,
together.
and it's brilliant to have young youth still very much optimistic about making change in Egypt on
Indeed.
various levels, especially raising awareness.
And taking a lead, really, Yasmin, in the and the main challenges we are facing today.
Yes. Well, Mahmoud Metwally, Youth Leadership Cadre, thank you very much for joining us here on Nile Cruise. Thank you, and good
Mahmoud.
luck.
Thank you. It's been a great
Mahmoud.
pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Stay tuned. We're still here with you on Nile Cruise from Gary Anderson Museum, and we'll be right back.